Hi everyone, how are you doing today? Today I'm talking about you can run, but you can't hide. So welcome to Veda, Vlog Every Day in August, day 6. And I'm just out here by the river today. And I don't know why, but I don't often make videos here well, I haven't been making a lot of videos, but the last couple times it's been so windy, and today it's windy again. It's weird. But luckily, I have my little headpiece thing here, so I don't have to worry about talking loud for you to hear me. So anyway, I would like to talk about you can run, but you can't hide. And, I talk about energy all the time, and I talk about your moods, and I talk about, I'm sorry, I'm all tangled up here. I'm trying not to wear my sunglasses so you can actually see me, but I don't know how long that's going to last. Anyway, I always talk about energy, your moods, how they affect you, your vibration, and this is another thing where, you can change your circumstances. You can move to another country. You can get out of your relationship. You can change where you work. Like a lot of times people are really dissatisfied with work and they go and they want to get another job. But it's like, that saying, is the grass always greener on the other side? And it really isn't until you actually fix what's going on. So you can run and you can go say, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this anymore. But you can't hide, because what's going to happen is if you change the players of the game, you'll just manifest more players of the same kind of game until you figure out what's going on inside of you and change it, fix it, shift it, whatever. I'm seeing that I have a poor connection, so hopefully everything's okay on your end. If it's not, let me know. Maybe I'll walk over to the shade area and it will help the connection. Anyway, so it's whatever you're vibrating. It's whatever's going on with you. So whatever situations and people that are brought to you, just know that it's never for no good reason. Like the things that come to you are a result of a vibration that you're holding, and it's always the universe giving you an opportunity to, hey, look at this. Check this out. What are you thinking about this? Do you want to keep doing this? Do you want to keep being treated this way? Do you want to keep settling? Do you want, what is it? And a lot of times, even when we decide we're going to change something in our life, if we don't, as we do change it, we're still going to get more opportunities it's like the universe saying, are you sure? Just double checking. It's like a relationship. So say you get out of this controlling relationship, and I'm still trying to find a better connection because I keep getting this signal, poor connection. I don't know why that's happening. And you're in this controlling relationship and you're like, I'm so done with this. I'm so done with this. But you find yourself in other controlling relationships, and, they may not look like that at first, but then they become that. And then you realize, here I am again, doing the same thing. Or you decide, I'm not going to be in this controlling relationship. And so all of a sudden you're attracting someone new in your life, and you find out they're controlling. And you're like, but I really like this person. You try to ignore it. Or do you say, oops, here's another controlling person, and even as good as it seems right now, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do this again. So whatever issues that we're carrying with us, we will get the opportunity to, it's like, I don't like to say that the universe is actually trying to get you to prove, because you are your universe. You are the one that is creating everything. So it's like you're trying to prove it to yourself. Am I going to do this again? Am I going to settle for this again? Am I going to change this? And until you realize that situations and issues come to you to get you to wake up to, hey, this is going on in your life, and are you going to do something about it this time, or are you going to keep just changing the players? You'll just keep manifesting situations and opportunities to keep being in the situation until you decide, I'm going to just keep doing this, or I'm going to change this. So running away or changing any dynamic about who you're around or who you're with isn't going to work until you change your own dynamic and what you're willing to put up with, not put up with, change, shift in your life, and then be consistent about it. You're going to have to, creating a habit is being consistent. It's about doing the same things over and over until it becomes something that's natural. Now, the good thing is, if you are consistent with things and you spend, a good 40 days working on it, you can start shifting your habits. And this is kind of interesting. I was I watched a video about this heart surgeon, and he is now 102. But he quit doing surgery when he was 95, not because he had to, but because he figured he should spend some more time at home. And he's been vegan for half his life. And he swears by the vegan diet. He said, if you keep your cholesterol under 140, you will never have heart disease. You might die of something else, but it won't be anything like heart disease or, cardiac issues, because you just won't. And he was saying, people are serious about their food. But if somebody really, really wants to change how they eat, they can. That you can create if you stay with it for a certain amount of time. He was saying, it wasn't even that long. It was like a certain amount of weeks or a certain amount of days that your taste buds will shift, and then you just won't want that stuff anymore. So, for example, he was talking about meat. People say, oh, I can't give up my meat. I got to have my meat. And he was saying, there's protein that's really bad for you in meat. He was saying all these things that people try to say, the reasons why you need meat, that a lot of it is really bad, and it creates really bad cholesterol, and that's how you have heart attacks and things like that. So he said, no, if you're really serious about it and then you stay to the program for a certain amount of time, and it wasn't like years, it was like days or weeks. And he said, your taste buds will change and you just won't want it anymore. And I have to say that happened with me. I stopped eating meat not because of animals, actually, to begin with. It was more to raise my vibration so I could be more tapped into my intuition. And so because I used to love eating steak and potatoes, I like steak. And I stopped eating steak, and then I was just eating chicken and fish. And within a month, I wasn't even trying to force myself. Within a month, I just didn't even want chicken. It was really weird. It wasn't like, okay, now I'm going to shift off chicken. It was like, I didn't even want it. So I was like, cool, I don't even want chicken. So that was like after a month. And then within a couple weeks, I didn't even want fish. So it did. It really happened naturally once I had made the decision to stop eating beef. And so I can agree with what he's saying. My taste buds changed. I didn't want it. It wasn't like, oh, I can't have this and I'm depriving myself. I actually didn't want it. Caring about the animals came years later. Years. Well, I was a vegetarian for a long time. And so still when you're a vegetarian, I was eating eggs and butter and stuff like that. So, vegan is when you get totally out of it. So I was vegetarian for a long time. After that, it wasn't about the animals for me. That was came much later. And really, that was really an awareness thing for me, because I really hadn't been thinking about, how animals are traumatized and killed and all of that stuff. So it's interesting when you're just not even thinking about those things. It's just not part of your awareness. So anyway, it's not only about food, it's about anything. You know, it's like go on a diet of change your diet. I'll just use the word, hi Angel Tears, nice to see you. Change the words, you know, I'm just going to do something about my mood. I'm tired of feeling down all the time, or I'm tired of being scared all the time, or I'm tired of running away from this issue only for it to come back again. Or I'm tired of being controlled. And what are these things that you can decide that you're going to change? Because if your taste buds can change, then your mind can change. But as long as you're holding a vibration and you are continuing to think the same way and do the same things, no amount of running away is ever going to do anything for you. It's basically running away. So if you have people that are in your life that are like controlling, are narcissists, or just negative, there's somewhere in your life where you're holding that energy to attract that to you. And so I'm not saying that you're the same way, maybe you're not, but what is it in you that you need to get past so you can stop manifesting those people and those situations in your life? Because there is something there, and it has nothing to do with that person. It has everything to do with you. All that person is doing is bringing it to your attention that you're miserable about dealing with this kind of issue. So, you know, stop blaming the messenger. Stop blaming the people around you that are bringing you all this crap that makes you feel bad in whatever way, unworthy, sad, you know, desperate, insignificant, you know, like what do you whine about? What are the things that you whine about most in your life? Because once you figure out, okay, I whine about this thing all the time. And so, okay, what is the reflection of this in my life? How is it showing up in my life? And, okay, why do I need to whine about this? How can I fix this thing so it doesn't keep showing up in my life? And you know what was really interesting? I was watching, last time I did Veda, I don't know when that was. I think it might have been a year ago, but I feel like it was longer. Or it was in April last year, I think. And I happened to see I had reposted one of the videos because it was really funny, the beginning. I was doing one of my famous acting gigs. And I actually ended up watching the whole video. And, you know, with healing and our situations, we're always having something to deal with. I mean, once we move through one, there's going to be another one. So it's not like you ever stop the process. But the good thing is the more you clean things up, the more you get cleaned up and the better your life is, right? So I'm going to take a little walk because my connection has been poor this whole time. And hopefully nobody's complaining. So anyway, yeah, so I was watching this video and everything, like we heal layers and layers of our stuff all the time. So I have a lot more trust in myself and in God and in more than I have ever in my life, okay? And I've worked on that and it's really helped, okay? But I just found out when I did that video, I was doing the exercise that I was taking everybody through, and I was like, oh my God, I don't trust myself. And it was so weird because I was like, what? Here we are again. And how is this showing up in my life? And as I was doing the process that I was taking everybody through, I was like realizing, oh, I don't trust myself, which means I don't trust God because I am part of the one, and God is everything. So that means I also don't trust God. And I was so disappointed, like, God, that's so disappointing to hear. Now, I wasn't bashing myself and thinking, oh, God, Cindy, you're so stupid. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust God. Because I do trust myself a lot, and I do trust God a lot. But it's coming up again because there's another layer that I can get better at it with. But I was so disappointed to hear that. I was like, oh my God, that's so disappointing. So, but it's good to know. And I didn't have any idea that that's the thing because, you know, you don't have to sit here and work on your stuff constantly. It's like, well, there's always something to work on. But the universe will always show you what's next. Okay, what's next on the agenda? What's next for what you're wanting in your life? And so this is what's next. And then I realized I don't have, and I was thinking to myself, this process, I don't have anyone that I could really turn to if I really needed help. Like, I don't have anyone that I could really depend on, that I could lean on. And I've always felt that all my life, actually. And then I thought of my childhood and how that came along, because there was things in my childhood that, I never felt safe. So I always knew I didn't have that feeling safe thing. And so I was just going through all of this in my head going, oh my gosh, wow, this is crazy. And then I started thinking, really, Cindy? So this is, the universe is you. Everything around you is a reflection of you. So there's not one person in your whole universe that you created that you can't, that won't be there for you, that won't, that you can't depend on. Like, you can't depend, basically that means I can't depend on myself. And further, really, there's not one person in this big world, not one darn person that I can depend on. That's crazy. That's a freaking illusion. That's just stupid. But you know what? I've thought that all my life. Like, it's something that I was like, yeah, this is true. But hearing it now, it sounds so funny because it seems so ridiculous. So number one, off the cuff, out of this big whole world, there's not one person that I feel that would be there for me if I really needed it. That's pretty bad. And number two, I create this universe. I'm the boss of my universe. So what part of me is not like creating that or trusting that? Or, it's just ridiculous, really. So, so I work on that. And it's a great place to be, to say, hey, that's kind of ridiculous. Why are you thinking that? And you know what? It took all of my experience, my levels of healing up till now to get to the point where I listen to this and say, that's ridiculous. A year ago, I would have said, that's true. That's absolutely true. And now I look at it and go, that's ridiculous. So that shows my growth. So, even though I know all these concepts and I totally get it, and, when I share with you guys, it's my life experience. I have been brave enough to do a lot of things in my life, leave my life, move to another country. That's a Middle Eastern country at that. And do all these things, which helps me help my clients because I have the experience and I can help them. We can't help anyone if we haven't gone through it ourselves. However, at the same time, I'm getting the messages from my angels, from God, from just listening to my own videos. It's amazing what I can teach myself in my videos. I just think that's so funny. That there's always more. I have a 40-day Manifesting Breakthroughs video e-course. I have 2 of them, actually, level 1 and 2, and they're so awesome. If you want to change habits, those are great videos. So you do anything for 40 days and you'll change. What happens is you just start manifesting really naturally, and you start realizing what to do when situations come up, and it just becomes a natural, easy way to deal with your life. But every time you do it, every time I've done it, the people who buy the program, they do it over and over throughout the years, because every time you go back and do it, you're at a different place in your life, and you're going to hear something different. You're going to learn something different. Just like when I watched that video the other day, I was like, whoa, holy crap. Like, that just totally came to me. So we're always learning new things, always learning new levels. But the important thing to know is that no amount of getting away from certain people, getting away from certain jobs, getting away from family members, getting away from your city, your country, any of it is going to change until you change how you think, how you feel, how you perceive, and how you take action in your life. And you know what I was getting when I was driving here was, how do you change? And you know what? An easy thing there's lots of things you can do. And I help people that do that with the work I do. And I'll just put that segue into this portion that I have to add to every video. I help you to understand your life. and how to live in this universe, understanding the universe, so you can be clear and confident about what you want in life and how to get it, and how to take your life to the best levels possible. Don't you want to be happy and feel free and have peace of mind and have, supportive relationships? There's so many things that people want in their lives, and you can have it all if you're willing to do the work and look at the things that come up that are in your way to get what you want. So when we say to the universe, we want this, we want that, I'm manifesting this, I'm manifesting that, then they'll bring you the issue that's in the way of getting that. And so that the universe, people, are all conduits to your healing. And so you'll get the situation that will show you what you need to work on. And then when you work on it, then you can get what you need. But if you deny working on it, if you keep fighting up against it, if all you do is complain about it and whine about these people and these situations, then you're not going to get what you want. You're working against yourself when you're not facing up to the stuff that you need to face. So stop complaining about your situation. Stop complaining about the people, your country, your whoever you're complaining about, and do something productive. Look at yourself. Figure it out. And sometimes you need help with that. And like I said, I can see things in your energy that you may not even know are existing there that are getting in your way. So that's basically it. And to go further was an easy way to start changing is simply a perspective shift. Change your perspective on things. And then you're already, I'm getting chills, and it's not the wind because it's hot out here. It's like 91 degrees. Perspective is everything. If you change your mind about the way you're thinking about things, then you change the situation. You shift the energy. That's what you need to do, is shift the energy from where it is to something else. And you do a little bit, and you do better, and you better until you understand, this is what I need to do. Okay? So, changing your perspective is the best way to start changing anything. So instead of blaming people, you really just want to thank them for mirroring that crap to you, because if they didn't, you wouldn't even know that it was in your way. So really, they are the messenger, and, once you fix it, you don't have to deal with that anymore. So, and also, not only that person or that situation, it has something that it's working on with itself too. So it's not just towards you, but it's towards everything involved in that situation. So change your perspective. How can you change the way you're thinking about these things that are bothering you? And like me, when I said, "Are you serious, Cindy? Out of the whole world, all these people in this world, there's no one you can totally depend on. That's so stupid." I've been thinking that for so many years, because my experience was that. There were times when I really needed help or support and nobody was there. And, okay, so let's go back to that time. Why was nobody there? I haven't even thought about that, but just offhand, that's how I was creating that at that time, for whatever reason. I'm sure I can go and look at that, and I probably should, just to clear it more. But, but who I was back then is definitely not who I am now. That's why it sounds so funny now. It sounds so funny. Really? Out of this whole world, there's not one person. That's ridiculous. And then on top of it, that I am the creator of my universe, so I can create anything, right? So why don't I? Why don't I? Why did I wait this long to figure out? Duh. So if you don't feel like you have someone, why don't you create it? Hello? This is how easy it is. The way I'm telling you guys, this is how easy it is duh. If it's not there, why? And if it's not there, then create it. Okay? It's so easy. We make things so hard. So stop running. Stop thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. The reason why the grass is greener on the other side is because who's ever got that green grass, they're watering it. So water your grass. Nurture yourself. Figure it out. And if you need help, that's what I'm here for too. And you can always find out about how, what trips I'm going to be doing, what spiritual journeys I'm leading, and different specials that I run and things that I do on my website. That's always in the description below. And with that, remember, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you liked this video, and set the notification bell. Click on it so you'll get updates when I'm going live or uploading a new video. And that's my story for today. Thank you for being with me. There we go. I actually live on the other side of this river. Let's see. See this bridge over here? I don't live too far away from here, actually. See that big bridge? I will go over that bridge, and once I'm over the bridge, I'll make a left and go about a mile, and that's where I live. I live like steps from the river and just a couple blocks from the beach. And I created that. So anyway, thanks for being here for Beta Day 6. Vlog every day in August. It's so cool. I'm so enjoying doing this. And I like it because I'm doing them live and I don't have to edit anything. So I will talk to you tomorrow on another very important subject. And remember that if you comment when I'm on live, it will not go onto the comments for the recorded version. So if you want to say something to me or ask me anything, or just say, hey Cindy, I listened to your video, thank you, do it in the comments and I will see them. And for now, I'm going to go home. See you guys all later. Peace out. Bye. Have a great day.